The 2024-2025 FAFSA hasn't been going as smoothly as most people would have liked. And I think that's a universal statement. It doesn't matter if you're the U.S. Department of Education, a student, a parent, or a financial aid administrator. Now, we got another last-minute update. There's going to be a change of when your information will be sent to your school or your schools. With the soft launch announcement back in late December, any FAFSA processed during the soft launch period would not have their information sent to their schools until the end of January. Well, on January 30th, 2024, the U.S. Department of Education indicated that there will be another delay before your information is sent to your school. And that's not going to happen now until March 2024. The U.S. Department of Education has also indicated they will be sending an email to the students to let them know when their information has been sent to the schools. It's a delay that could help several students, especially low-income students, qualify for more of that need-based aid. The steps the U.S. Department of Education is going to take now is they're going to make some updates to that Student Aid Index SAI calculation. Specifically, they're going to update the income protection allowance and the asset protection allowance tables, which are used to help calculate your SAI. There was a known issue that the information in those tables was back from 2020 and did not accommodate or adjust for any inflation since then. Some sources said not updating these tables could result in $1.8 billion not going to the students who need it in the form of federal grants and other types of need-based aid. The frustrations come from a lot of people in the industry that the issue was known. There had been a lot of news and media discussing that the tables were not accommodating for inflation over the last several years. It wasn't until January 30th that the U.S. Department of Education indicated that they would be updating these tables. It is the right thing to do to make sure that the calculation is accurately reflecting and helping students qualify for the type of aid that would help them achieve their goals in higher education. But the update at this point in time is going to cause an additional delay. What could this impact? Well, making a decision on which college you want to attend, if this is your first year going in or if you're transferring. The reason it's going to affect you is generally after you apply and you're admitted or accepted into an institution, if not at the same time or shortly after, you generally will receive your financial aid package from your school. And by April, May, you're already making a decision of where you're going to go to school. It's called College Decision Day. It's typically around May 1st of every year. With the delay of the information being sent to your school in March, it's estimated that you won't get your financial aid packages until about April. So that only gives you a short window to review all your financial aid, fix any issues that might have come up with your FAFSA application, go through verification, different parts of the process that may or may not apply to you, which do take some time. Then you're going to be left with just a handful of days to pick the school where you want to go. So if you receive that financial aid package in April and you're considering 3 or 4 schools, you're going to have a limited window to contact the financial aid office to see if there's any wiggle room or additional aid that could be made available to you. There are industry groups right now, NASFA, the National Association of Student Financial Aid Administrators, who have a lot of member institutions and schools. They're urging colleges and universities to push back those decision dates just to give people a little bit more time to really look at their situation and be able to address all of their concerns. In addition to just making that decision, financial aid offices are being tasked with providing you your financial aid package based on FAFSA information they haven't worked with in the past, because this is one of the biggest overhauls or makeovers of the FAFSA application since it became a digital application. They might be dealing with some issues and hiccups in their own systems that they'll be trying to resolve while resolving student issues and other problems that may arise. My top tip is to be patient in this process. Likely what we'll see is flexibility. People will be a little bit more flexible than they have been in the past. Make sure to keep up to date with the schools where you want to attend or you will be attending, to make sure you understand their financial aid process. If there's a recommendation on ways to set up time to discuss your situation with a financial aid office, make sure you read and understand that they're trying to be as transparent as possible to help you. If you need a call or send an email, you might not get a response as quickly or get on the phone as quickly as you would like, but keep in mind that these offices generally are going to be very inundated with issues and trying to help everyone in the short time frame that they're given. And of course, if there's something that can wait, I'm not saying that your situation can wait, but if there is something that can wait, maybe give them and yourself a little bit of time and to help ease the time of frustration. But if it can't wait, you want to make sure that you are prepared to have the conversation you need to have the information you need, get your documents together. And if you aren't quite sure what you need, maybe shoot off an email to the contact at your financial aid office so that they can let you know ahead of time, so you don't walk into a meeting unprepared and your issue doesn't get resolved right away. Because if you need to make another appointment, you might be stuck in the same frustrating process. If you need more information or you want to be kept up to date with the 2024-2025 FAFSA, make sure to check out advisors.com and subscribe to all our social channels where we'll be providing up-to-date information for you. We've got YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.